Boom, beautiful people, what is up and how y'all doing? This is Valentine the Plug and I am back with another video. Last week y'all saw me post a video to YouTube explaining why I just didn't feel like making another video. I just couldn't be arsed to post another video, but I am doing infinitely better than last week. So thank you for all the kind comments. I really appreciate y'all. It makes me happy to know that I have people looking out for me in the comment section. Much love to all of you. Now then, back to business. I am doing a-okay. You know, I've been just working. I've been making a lot of R&B drill beats. You know, kind of to the point where I've had my fill of R&B drill. The reason I've been making R&B drill is because I like it. I really like it actually, and it's just giving me great results for my YouTube channel. But it's been all I've been making the past 4 weeks. So this is my last week of making R&B drill. And after that, I think I'm just gonna go back to, you know, regular trap and boom bap and all of that. You know, that kind of puts me in a dilemma because I do know that all of my R&B drill beats are performing infinitely better than any other beat that I have posted up until now. So, you know, logically speaking, I would keep making R&B drill beats, but, you know, I do a lot of genres. Y'all know I can make a lot of genres, and there's a lot of genres I have a lot of fun in, so I don't want to limit myself to R&B drill to the point where I start hating R&B drill and I'm getting tired of making beats in general. You know, I wanna there's like this little kid in me that likes to do a lot of stuff, and I just want to explore a lot of stuff. So I don't feel like pinning myself to R&B drill. I'm not ready to commit just yet. I don't have any other commitment issues, you know, if you're wondering. Oh, hey there, little baby. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? So how's my guitar practice? Well, thanks for asking. I still suck. But I'm currently in the process of learning the E chord. And it's kind of kicking my ass. It's giving me a hard time because I really have a lot of trouble causing my first finger, this here, your index finger is the one finger, causing it not to mute the string beneath it. So, you know, but your boy's still having a lot of fun. And I am making progress. I'm keeping track of my progress every week, and I am getting better, and I'm content with it. So thanks for asking, but I still suck though. So I've been doing some thinking recently, and I'm gonna talk to y'all while I'm doing push-ups. See, my current dilemma is this: I have a YouTube channel and I make vlogs, but there's still a lot of knowledge that I like to share with you. But you know, I have to admit, I do not like being a teacher, and that's mostly because I think that there's people out there that are better teachers than I am. So I'm kind of wondering, what should I be doing with my vlog series? Like, and are you even interested in any of the knowledge that I have to share with y'all? See, I feel like I've managed to find a niche that, you know, provides a lot of opportunity, which is R&B drill. But with my vlogs, I still haven't found that niche. I still haven't found, you know, something that I can consistently rank for. So that's why I'm kind of wondering, what should I be doing? So that brings me to the following question. How did you, the beautiful people watching this video at the moment, how did you find your niche in terms of beats, in terms of producer related content? Please share that with me. Share with me your journey. How you just came to the realization that what you're doing now is what you were supposed to be doing all along. Share it with me. Alright, so beats. No R&B drill today, but we are making R&B today. As a matter of fact, I found me a sample on YouTube, which is actually by a Dutch R&B boy group from back in the 90s, and we are gonna flip that, and I think it's gonna be a Black and a Bryson Tiller type beat. It's just the mood that I was in once I, you know, flipped it a little. It's that kind of beat.
The Plex got you covered.
Okay, so obviously these kind of beats are mad fun to make, but there is a little bit of sauce that I want to give y'all. And that is that if you're sampling R&B, especially R&B with a lot of vocals, a lot of harmony, you know, usually what you do is you add a low shelf and a high shelf, and you try to maintain the frequency in the middle, right? That's all fun and games, but make sure that your processing is on fleek. What I dislike, you know, about a lot of these beats that you see here on YouTube is that it's very much in your face. It doesn't blend in. It's like a sandwich of drums and the sample, and you know, there's no mix. And usually with these kind of beats, especially when you're trying to go the Bryson Tiller route, you want them in the back. You want the sample in the back. You want it to be wet and wide. What I like to do is I take out a delay. You know, I set it low because I want the delay to be subtle, and then I fade back the dry signal so that mostly the delayed signal remains, you know, the wet signal, but you know, the actual input signal is kind of faded out into background. And to me, you know, that makes it blend a little bit more. It's kind of ironic. I just asked y'all whether or not I should be a teacher, and here I am being a teacher. It's funny how life comes at you real fast. Okay, so I'm gonna keep the sample at 90 BPM. 90 BPM, I usually reserve that for boom bap, but I like it a lot for these kind of beats. Like I said, I am kind of going the Bryson Tiller and Black route, so I want a lower BPM and, you know, very pronounced accents on the first beat and the third beat, which is where you usually find the kick and the snare. Spaced out drums, might add 8-note hi-hats or 16th notes, you know, of course with some variations. You know the deal. You just follow me and see what I'm up to. Now remember how in the last video I said that I usually have a couple of go-to kits? All the drums that I'm using in this beat are actually from a Big White Beats kit. So I commit to a few sounds and I build my beats around that, and that just saves a lot of time. And I just want to say one thing about these kind of beats. You know, obviously they're a lot of fun to make, but you should probably tamper your expectations a little bit, because it does take kind of a keen ear in order to find a sample that you can actually flip into a dope beat. And what I'm trying to say by that is the more you try and crate dig, the more you look for these samples, the more you'll recognize what constitutes a good sample for a dope beat. Now, obviously, there are samples that you don't expect to be dope that you can flip into something dope eventually, but it saves a lot of time if you already know what you can do with the samples, you know, where your boundaries are. So I said that I like to use compression on my samples, and specifically I like to use multi-band compression, and I'm gonna show you exactly why. I've got a neutron freeze neutron compressor right here. I set it to learn and I added 2 more bands, so it automatically becomes a multi-band compressor for the low end, the mid frequencies, and the high end. Now what you can see here, it's mostly mid frequencies because I added a low shelf and a high shelf. Now, to make sure it blends better, and especially to deal with the varying dynamics in the sample, I added a I forgot the English word, but basically I set the threshold very low, so it started compressing very, very early. So this is my ratio. This is my attack. I don't need it to go for the sample like a bulldog. I want it to be gradual, and I want the release to be gradual as well, because I don't want that pumping effect. But at least it helps my sample fit better in my mix, and that's a tip I want to give you. So other than that, y'all, this beat is dope. I definitely feel like it's a wrap. I am very satisfied with the beat. Now, the finishing touches, if I had to add a mood, because this is what I like to do. I like to visualize about settings because they give my beats a lot more meaning. So where am I when I'm listening to this beat? I am probably downtown. I was trying to go clubbing, but eventually I realized that it wasn't it for me. I am heartbroken and I know it's my fault. I try and call the person whose heart I broke. She's not picking up, and I just now realize how much I want her, but she is not reciprocating my feelings, and that's entirely my fault. But I'm still here with this intense longing. That's the kind of silly stuff I do. It might be my pet peeve, but adding a mood, a setting, and me and my friend of mine, we talk about this a lot. But when we make music or we create art, we create a setting, and it's kind of, I'd even call it's like scenic visualization. I create a scene in my head with dialogue, people. It's like a movie scene, and one scene you create, it has to transition into the next. So I have all these beats on my hard drive, and I could easily turn them into stories. And hey, if that helps, it does help for me. I'd like to invite y'all, all your beautiful people watching this, do that for yourself. Maybe that adds a lot more meaning to the beat. And what definitely helps is when you're in the studio with an artist and you're playing your beats, it definitely helps if you can describe that vibe to them, because that'll get them on your wavelength. You get me? I'm sorry, Larry. I'm sorry. Right, bet, beautiful people. I am out. I had a lot of fun talking to y'all again. And once again, please share with me how you found your niche and how you found the content you enjoy making. It doesn't matter whether you're successful or not, and successful is relative, of course. It doesn't matter if you got a lot of views, a lot of subs. Just tell me, how did you find your niche and how did you start to enjoy that? I'm gonna be back with another video. If you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on my Instagram page, and feel free to shoot me a follow on my BeatStars page as well. Peace.